It is officially spooky season because it is August 1st and you cannot spell August without AU, and that means autumn. So let's get it. No more summertime. Spooky season is here. I know that I have been a little bit more active with Sounds from the Grave. Have you guys? We have been releasing episodes every freaking week, and we've been on top of that. Especially, we're almost to 1,000 listens. We're at 875 right now. But if you guys can get us to 1,000, we are going to be doing a giveaway, and plus doing a video of all of our embarrassing and funny comments in one big compilation video. So that's going to be awesome. So please give us a little listen, a follow on all those platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, what have you. So yeah, and of course an update, HHN at Home was successful because we were able to raise over $2,800 for the Trevor Project, and we ended up being the top 25 people who actually raised a lot of money for that foundation for the LGBTQ community. So congratulations, HHN community, we did it, and we raised a lot of money for a good cause, and plus we had a lot of fun at HHN at Home. And yeah, so it's a lot that we are going to get into in this video. So first, intro. Get spooky. So let's go into the speculation maps. They had released at least 3 new speculation maps since my last update. So let's talk about version 2. Version 2 introduced the 2 houses that were going to be replacing the Shrek facility building where Billie Eilish was supposed to be hosting her house. But of course, since she's not coming back, we are having the potential candidates of Creepshow and Halloween 3, and of course the Scare Zone, Seek and Destroy, the Eddie Scare Zone, Hi Leather Daddy, the 30th anniversary, the Shudder Scare Zone, and of course Terra Quintus. We all really want that recreation. I want the Terror Queen to come back, but potentially we might actually see her as she appears more and more in the other speculation maps, and of course the Jack Show and the Lagoon Show. For version 3, we see a little bit of a change with the Shrek building again, removing Creepshow and Halloween 3 off of the map and replacing it with an original house, which we don't know what it is yet, but Horror Night Nightmares has claimed that it is actually a pretty good one, so hopefully it will not disappoint. But of course, on top of that, one of the shows were actually changed to a Carnival of Carnage, like magic type show. So we might not actually see the traditional Carnival of Carnage rather than a magic show for Halloween Horror Nights. So that would be a very interesting concept. And finally, the last speculation map that was released is version 4, where everything in the houses stay the same, including the original, but one of the scare zones do get changed to Crypt TV, whatever that means. We're going to assume that's Tales of the Crypt, something of the sort. And of course, another addition to the show section in the map, adding a Terra Quintus or a Terra Queen show. So that'd be awesome to see, especially giving me that Dead Waters vibes from like years ago in 2014 where we were introduced to the Voodoo Queen. But yeah, that are all the updates for the speculation map since then. What do you guys think? What are we gonna get? What are you looking forward to? What do you hope to see at the event? Please leave the comments right down below, and I would love to see them because I love discussing HHN stuff, so let's go! Y'all remember June 16, you know, where we got to experience this? hours and hours and hours. All the anticipation of static watching made it super amazing when it was released that Jack is going to come back for year 30 and, you know, to play with all his maniacs, all of his victims, just in time for the 30th anniversary. This is including 3 outfits that he is going to come back with: the classic clown look, the Carnival of Carnage look, and the Rockstar look that we all love with the leather, and of course that was performed in year 25 as well. So he's going to be everywhere according to the website. So this is going to be a good year for not only Jack the Clown but many icons that are going to be coming back with the soon to be announced, hopefully, for HHN icons captured. I need to learn how to pace myself during these videos. Whew. That little break, she wants attention. You good? This next announcement is not for the faint of heart. So you guys know that Universal started collaborating with Netflix, bringing our Stranger Things house to the previous years of Halloween Horror Nights. Now bringing in the Haunting of Hill House that has been officially announced with the crazy Betnick lady banner, which is super scary. She still scares me. Not a big fan of the show, but I am willing to give it another try and another watch so I can understand the concept better. And I know that they're going to be using a lot of iconic scenes from this show to be able to make it an amazing IP to be coming back for Halloween Horror Nights. So this is a event that's going to be filled with a lot of memorable houses, and I can just smell it in the fog. I did forget to mention that every time that Universal or Halloween Horror Nights did announce their announcements for Halloween Horror Nights 30, they also tried to drop a piece of merch to go with the announcement. So when they announced that Jack the Clown was returning, they released this shirt. This one was mine when I got it. And then for the Haunting of Hill House, they actually released the Tall Man merchandise. That also went with that announcement as well, but as I go through the announcement, I'll try to also bring up the piece of merch that comes with it. Before I continue with the announcement, they actually also spotted some spooky building thing that's going to be happening at Islands of Adventure. So I'm going to be assuming that since the trick-or-treating was such a success last year, that they were going to do something of the sort in Islands of Adventure for it to be kid-friendly, or maybe some type of spooky thing that they're going to have exclusively to Islands of Adventure. I don't know too much information on that, but yeah, it's a spooky decal thing. This has been my most favorite announcement day ever. It was the day that they actually announced not only 1 but 2 announcements in one day, which was super exciting, and the HHN community was going absolutely nuts for it. So let's get it. Chainsaw noises. If that didn't give you a little bit of a hint, Texas Chainsaw Massacre comes back to Halloween Horror Nights, not only for the first or the second, it's the 3rd time that this one comes back. The last time it being at the event was in 2016. I felt like the house was a little bit dumbed down, but we actually get to experience it again, and hopefully in a new light, in a more revamped way, and hopefully a lot scarier than 2016. I am super hyped for this house because I hope, I still get scared by chainsaw noises in general, or just chainsaws, but I feel like this is going to be amazing for those Texas Chainsaw Massacre fans, especially for my co-host Yusef, and it has been an amazing promo for it, so I hope that it lives up to expectations, and it's gonna be freaking amazing. One. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, a lot of us knew that this house was gonna come back from HHN Light, and that is Bride of Frankenstein Lives, and she is gonna come back, but this promo made her look more amazing than ever. Like, I did not expect an amazing promo, especially with the monochrome color scheme, the blood that sticks out from the black and white, taking you to the silver screen, almost to the color world. And this house, I cannot wait for it to come back, and it got announced, and it's just everything I always wanted, and it's one of my comfort houses, so I am super excited to see the bride, the monster, and of course Dracula's brides as well, and of course I keep saying of course a lot. The assistant as well. You mustn't disturb the master. Thank you. However, during this release, they had actually dropped a merch that was the monster that says the monster wants a mate or requires a mate. And this was released during the 2 announcements of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Bride of Frankenstein Lives. I'm surprised to not see a Texas Chainsaw Massacre shirt, but we all assumed that this was the piece of clothing that was going to be going with the Bride of Frankenstein Lives, until a couple of weeks later they released the female counterpart of the Bride of Frankenstein Lives, which is an amazing and sickening shirt. Unfortunately, it is only for females, or it's a female V-cut, so it will not fit most males, but hopefully we'll get something for the males that are also a fan of this house as well. And lastly, we are seeing a lot of movement in Universal Studios as they are starting to prepare for Halloween Horror Nights, which is less than 34 or 35 days away, which we are seeing the unannounced scare zone for Seek and Destroy, where we see barrels, a stage, trucks, and all that kind of stuff just being set up in the New York side of Universal Studios. So hopefully we get an announcement for that soon, because it looks very dystopian, and it looks like it's going to be an amazing scare zone as well. We also do see some construction happening in the Despicable Me and Shrek area, but there's not a lot of details to go off of that. We are approaching closer and closer to Halloween Horror Nights. Hopefully we do get an announcement soon about the frequent fear passes for those of us who go on the regular and all that kind of jazz, especially since we're going to be going to hotels and that HHN Icons bar that has been announced for the hotel guests and exclusively to hotel guests, but of any Universal hotel facility. I think that's what it is. But yeah, I cannot wait for this year. This is going to be super exciting. If I missed anything, please let me know on the bottom. I will be releasing hopefully another video very, very soon. I'm so sorry for my hiatus, but of course now to do my regular housekeeping things. But first of all, let me remind you again, please give us a listen at Sounds from the Grave podcast. We do have a new logo created by Angie, so thank you so much for that. And we are talking about merch very, very soon, but the details are still being worked out for that. But please give us a listen, get us to 1,000 listens, and that would mean the world to me and Yusef. So thank you so much for supporting me and Yusef on this podcast journey, as we are updating there very regularly. And of course there is going to be releasing a new episode discussing the Mummy movie tomorrow, which is Monday, so yeah, check it out. And lastly, I am HHN Cultist on Twitter and on here. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know what you're most excited for Halloween Horror Nights. There's a lot of movement going on, but hopefully we get the rest of those houses announced soon, such as Scary, Wicked Growth, Tooth Fairy, the original, and I forgot the other one, HHN Icons Captured. Yeah, so hopefully we do get, and we all get to be reunited as a horror community again. I'm HHN Cultist signing off. See you guys later.